You can also, one of the neat things I think, I don't know, like right now I'm getting about probably 4 emails every day, every week, sorry, about like, oh, there's a document I can't open. And one of the neat things about Gmail is that if you have documents sent to you in different formats, it has readers to be able to open those files in your browser and then be able to print them. And so, for instance, I sent myself some documents here, and you can see that there's 3 attachments. This is how attachments will show up. They'll show up underneath like a grayed line. And so, for instance, if this is doc X, so this would be like Word 2007. Okay, maybe I don't have 2007 on my computer. I can just say view as HTML. That means just view right in the browser. So I click on that, and boom, there it is, and I can print it off or whatever I want to do with that. Okay. You can also, let's go back here. If you have, this is just a regular Word document, same sort of thing, view in HTML. ODT is another one that often people use. It's the Open Office documents, and a lot of people have that on their home computers now. And it says open as Google document. That option's there as these as well. But what this will do is open it, converts it, and then it's going to open it up in a section in your folder called Google Docs, which I'll talk about later. You can see it's highlighted there. This is in my Google Documents now. And there it is. There's the document. And I can save it, or I can print it, or make it into a PDF. There's lots of different things you can do with it at that point. But one of the neat things I think about this, and same with Adobe PDF. Let's see where I put that one. Oh, yeah, here we go. So a PDF, you don't actually even have to open Adobe Acrobat. Okay, you can just say View, and it will open it up within its own Google Doc reader. And so there it is, without having to wait like for 3 minutes for Adobe Acrobat to brew up and open up. There it is, and you can kind of see it's a cool song. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I noticed the word starred up there.
Yep.
Could you explain that a little bit, what that's about?
Yeah, so what you can do is if you want to put something in that box, maybe you can use the starred folder to be like things I need to respond to today. And so you could say, click on the star there, click on the star there, right? And then it'll show up in your starred folder.
But if you want to take off the stars, you just click on the star and it goes away.
And then so what you could do is you could unclick the star, or you could delete that message, or whatever you want to do. That's another thing too. Deleting mail and organizing it into labels even maybe isn't so important because of the ability to search. Right now we have the largest mailbox goes to, I wrote it down. No, I think it was Heather Fisher got the top prize for largest mailbox. But her largest mailbox was 1.3 gigabytes. If you look down here, we have 7.4 gigabytes per staff member. That means that you won't have to worry about deleting mail. And so, we've talked about that a lot here on our servers because we have a limited amount of space. We won't have to worry so much about that. And you can just let it keep running in your inbox, and it doesn't matter because you can just search for whatever you want, right, in terms of the email you're looking for. Other questions?
On that note, if we do have like a folder, like I have a folder I call student communication, I put LSPs and IEPs and import emails from parents in there.
Yep.
Will that be a folder I can ask you to copy over?
For like copying from the other program?
Yeah, can I bring it over?
Yeah.
The rest I don't care, but that I don't really want to have to go through printing it all.
Yeah, so let me address that point. So let me talk about the transition period, the timeline here. What we've done is we set up all your accounts so that over the Easter weekend on that Friday, on the Thursday afternoon for the Easter long weekend, we're going to switch and we're going to point all our mail towards the Google interface. Okay, so you will still be able to access all your other mail with Outlook. You can open Outlook and see all the past emails you have, and all the folders and all the contacts and all those calendar things aren't going to disappear from Outlook. Okay, they'll still be there. All new correspondence will go to this interface. Okay, we're going to leave about a month of time. We'll give self-service instructions if you want to, pull mail from there over into your new inbox here. If you want to do that, you can. But I want to leave a month in there just to see. I want you to see how much you really need the old mail first. Okay. Contacts and calendar items, it is pretty easy to transfer over. The transfer of mail from one mailbox to another is a little bit more involved, and so I'll put instructions out there, but I'm not going to come around to help you with that until that kind of 1 month buffer. And the reason for that is that what people have found, and like I've talked to Chris Lebo, he's transferred his whole business. The Toyota networks are all over to that. Same thing with some other businesses. They've recommended that, find out if people really need that mail. Like we often kind of hold on to things because we think we need them, but if you can still access it to find a little piece of information and then come back, I think that'll probably be enough. So that's kind of the answer to that question. Yeah.
So after a month's window, we won't be able to access our...
Nope. You'll be able to access Outlook stuff for at least for, I would say, 6 months afterwards.
After that Thursday, can we just click on a thing and mail it to ourselves and it goes?
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if we mail it to ourselves, it'll land in our proper land in that one.
Well, like I said, I'll send you some instructions. There's easier ways to do it than that. So I will show you a little bit more about how to transfer your contacts and your calendar items. That's pretty straightforward. Okay. Let's see if I didn't mention anything else. Oh, one of the big reasons we also moved over here is because of the spam filtering that Google offers for free. Right now we pay per mailbox for a spam filter that's sort of good. How many people are getting spam right now? Yeah, and so it's amazing. It's an amazing filter on Gmail. Very few spam messages actually come into your inbox. Where they're going to go is right here into your spam folder. And what happens is it automatically empties those in 30 days if it's left in there, so you don't have to even go there if you don't want to. And even if you delete something, if it goes into your trash and it actually stays there for 30 days. And then it automatically deletes that. So if you delete something, you're like, oh man, last week I deleted a message that I really need still. It's still there in the trash. But you don't have to worry about emptying it. It will empty it on its own sort of thing every 30 days. But the spam filtering is really good, and hopefully that's going to be a big asset as well as not having to sort through all that stuff. I didn't really talk about contacts. I'm going to wait for that. Let's move over to the calendar here. Any questions about the inbox?
Sometimes I get something that's in my garbage or whatever, but I look at it and it's not garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the same thing will happen here, so we check once in a while anyways, right?
So you can check in there. I should move something into spam here. Just try this here. Oops. Let's move this over into spam. But you can actually click on the message and you can say, this one here is not spam. And then what it does is it kind of has a memory, like it's going to remember, okay, messages from that sender aren't spam, and so you can say it's back, right? So it's kind of, it gains intelligence with what you give it in terms of information. You can also have email from other accounts set up. There's a lot of things in the settings tab that you can play around with. You can have other accounts. Office, like the office has an email account, just office@cedars.ca, and we'll be able to set them up with mail that's coming into there, or if it's athletic director or whatever it is. You can set up filters, and there's lots of other things there, but that's the basic idea.